Well, good morning everybody. As you can see, we've got quite a bit of snow today. We've gotten a nice little storm that came in yesterday and today and dumped a bunch of snow on us. So last night it got down to 6 degrees, meaning water's frozen, everything's really cold. I deep bedded all the goats' houses, and so this morning I just wanted to take a little bit of time while I'm out here feeding to just check on everybody and make sure everybody's doing okay. No runny noses, no signs of illness. Plus, as you can hear, it is feeding time. They're hungry and they're ready, so we'll just quickly get this done. Don't mind the watering eyes. It's 20 out this morning, so it's a bit cold. As you can see, yeah, they don't have any water. Gotta thaw that out. Actually, I probably might drag the hose out this morning and just put some fresh water in those and try to help melt down some of that ice and snow. But anyways, this is winter on the homestead today. Yeah, I just spent a couple minutes trying to find a hay string on that bale to realize that it's on the wrong side. So, gotta flip it over and redo that. And I also forgot my gloves in the house. Just some fresh water for the chickens. So I'm gonna go put my camera away and I'm going to go throw some feed real quick, and then I'll bring you along while I check the goats and make sure everybody looks okay. I'll tell you what, it is really cold outside. I stepped into the shop because yeah, I'm not filming outside right now. It is really cold, and for whatever reason, whenever it's cold, my eye waters, my nose runs, I become a hot mess. But so here I am, as is. I do not love this time of year. Winter is not my favorite. Everybody's happy now that they've got some food. Just an initial look at them, everybody looks pretty good. I don't see any runny noses. Their eyes are all, I mean, you can't see them now because they're in the hay eating, but all their eyes are bright. They look pretty good. So I think everybody here is pretty decent. Man, this wind out here has got me all messed up. My eyes are watering and nose is running. This is cold. I'm not excited about this. I'm checking on the cows now. I'm glad to see that they are covered in snow because that means that they are nice and insulated. If they were losing a lot of body heat, then that snow would be melted and they'd be wet, and that's more detrimental for them than actually having a layer of snow on them. So glad to see that, and they are all doing great this morning. We have to feed the little heifer away from the other ones because they're a little bit naughty. Morning, ladies. Everybody over here looks great. No runny noses, bright eyes. You can see that Clover right here is the head honcho because she gets this whole side to herself, and all the other ones have to squeeze in over here. You're kind of naughty sometimes, lady. Yes, you are. We'll give you guys a little bit of a goat AMSR with their feeding. Thanks for fogging up my camera. All right, let's see what we can get done here. Okay. As much as I don't want to, I'm going to have to drag the hose out and give these guys all some water. Oh, the weather. Oh, it's so cold. Like, I don't like this time of year. I don't like the snow. It's 23 degrees out and makes my eyes water. It makes my nose run. I just kind of find it miserable, but I have to go and fill the stock tanks with water, and I keep my hose in the greenhouse because I drain it out and I throw it in here, and at least it stays warmer. But when I popped in here to get it, I thought, you know, I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of an end of year recap because this is where it started. I believe one of my first videos that I made this year was here in the greenhouse. So what a better way to end the year than back in the greenhouse. It's a snowy day, which it was that day as well. I'm not really sure what's important to add into a standard end of year recap, but I'm just gonna go with starting out with a big thank you. I wouldn't have as much success on this channel if it wasn't for you guys supporting me in that. So thank you very, very much. End of year recap, here we go. I started out this channel back in February. In fact, my first video I filmed, like official video, was on Valentine's Day. I did a series of greenhouse videos, and that led right into the garden. This is day 2 of the garden cleanup because that was kind of what was going on at that time. I know garden videos sometimes are, I don't know, like if you don't have a lot of information on how-tos and whatnot, sometimes they just don't provide a lot of substance for people, but I just wanted to take you guys along on the journey of me transforming my garden. Now, I kind of went the opposite of probably what most people would do. Instead of enlarging my garden, I kind of downsized it. I ended up taking part of it and turned it into part of my goat pen, just giving them a larger area. That gave me a smaller space in the garden to focus on, which was key for me. The last few years I have battled weeds galore out there. I fought them. This year I was able to secure a couple loads of wood chips, which really helped transform my garden space into an area that was just so much easier to maintain. I did not have nearly as many weed issues, and for that I was so thankful. My garden ended up doing fantastic, and I was able to harvest quite a bit off of it. Now, moving on to goats. Everybody loves the goats, and how could they not? Like, they are so fun. We had 4 does that kidded this spring. So I checked Rachel, and she has got a baby coming out rib cage first. I was able to capture 3 of them on film, which was fantastic. The 4th one, my Oberhausley Clover, ended up surprising me with a birth out in the field. Thankfully that went well. She ended up okay with that. But the biggest surprise of all was Avery's goat Honeydew. She was pretty huge. We expected her to have at least quads. When she delivered this year, we were absolutely surprised with quints. Oh wow, you guys, that was crazy. She just had 5 babies. Like, she had 5 baby goats. That was completely unexpected. But a great twist to this year's kidding season. I was able to take you guys along on some of our farm chores and milking. Unfortunately, I didn't share with you guys as much of that as I really wanted to because I had a baby at the end of 2020.
Hi, baby.
So this year I juggled having a baby while trying to do YouTube as well. I did take a little bit of a break for the months of August, September, and October. It was a really busy time for us. At the end of summer, we focused on 4-H and fair for the girls while they showed the dairy goats. And then right after that, we jumped right into homeschool, and we just took some time to navigate our new schedule. I did end up getting some video of myself harvesting the garden in October. It's fall, and I'm here in the garden today because it's time to start dismantling my garden. So in November, when I jumped back on YouTube, that was what most of my videos were about. During the year, there were a couple of things that I didn't take you guys along for, which were a couple of family vacations, and obviously I did not take you guys along on fair and 4-H, which I kind of wish I did because that was a blast. Like, we had such a blast. So yeah, that's kind of a recap of what ended up happening this year. I'd actually like to ask you guys, what are some things that you would like to see from me going into this new year? Are you guys interested in more vlog style? Are you interested in tutorials on like goat care, animal care, homesteading stuff, homeschooling stuff? What would you guys like to see from me? Maybe a mixture of both style vlog and tutorial style. There is always something going on here. It's just whether or not I take the camera out and capture it. And I want to be better at doing that this year. So please comment below on what you guys like to see. Obviously, the goats are a big hit, and we've got a pretty fun year coming up with 6 goats having babies. So there's going to be a lot going on with that. If you can comment below and give me some suggestions on what you guys would like to see, that would help me out so much. I am sure that my goats are probably done with breakfast, which means that they're going to be thirsty. And since my main goal of coming into the greenhouse was to come get the hose, I probably better get started on that. Right here is our 2021 goat birth playlist. Check it out to see Honeydew's birth of her quince.